Hey guys, so earlier this week Nintendo released a Hyrule Warriors Direct, and there's like mixed feelings that, not that I have, but I've seen among the Legend of Zelda community and like maybe some people who are also a fan of Dynasty Warriors that, you know, may be interested in Legend of Zelda. For me, I am very, very excited for this game. I'm going to say that right now. I am very, very happy that a game like this is coming out. It is a collaboration. I'm happy. And I'm excited, okay? Now that's out of the way. I see many other people who are doing the argument of, you know, that this is just Dynasty Warriors with a Legend of Zelda skin. And I can't speak saying if that's true or not because I've actually never really played a Dynasty Warriors game. I've just seen gameplay of it. And maybe I can see where people are coming from, but to me, from a Legend of Zelda point of view, as a fan of that series first, it seems like, it looks like a lot more thought is going into this than just a Dynasty Warriors game with a Legend of Zelda skin. So I'm excited for it, and if it's not your kind of game, then it's not your kind of game, and that's okay. There's different types of games to suit different types of gamers. So yeah, that's out of the way. Let's go into what they talked about in the Direct. So I gotta say that listening to the music in this Direct was amazing, that the soundtrack is fantastic, and I really hope I can buy a separate soundtrack for just this music, because let me tell you, I honestly, what I have in my car right now is the Legend of Zelda 25th Anniversary Symphony soundtrack, and I listen to that all the time. This music in this game is kind of, you know, more of a rock, edgier kind of feel to the Legend of Zelda themes that we are used to, so I really want a soundtrack for this game. Hordes can be defeated just by hitting them, button mashing, if you will like to say that. Some enemies are going to require a little more skill where you have to search for a weak spot or an open point where you can attack. Other Hyrule soldiers are going to be battling at the same time as you if you are, you know, battling alone. If I was just in my room playing, other Hyrule soldiers in your game are going to be needing your help, so your objective may be changing, like if you have to go help capture a keep. You earn rupees and other materials with the completion of each stage, and some items that will be appearing in the game are ones that we know and love for the Legend of Zelda series, such as the bow, the boomerang, the hook shot, and the bombs as well. You know, this thing seems like it's getting the full-on Legend of Zelda treatment. In the video, it was also secretly implied that, you know, it was encouraged, you might want to hit the cuckoos, because they actually will be able to be used in your benefit, where you could use them attack against enemies and make them go attack enemies. Each of the characters that we know of that are playing are each going to have their own signature weapon. Just like Link, he's going to have the Hylian sword, Impa's going to have the giant blade, Zelda's going to have the rapier, Sheik is going to have the harp. Just a whole lot of thought has definitely gone into the individuality of these characters and really giving them weapons to show their strengths and who they are as a character in the Legend of Zelda series. I like how they said that a stage was actually going to be considered for just cutting grass, and I gotta say, like, I honestly, personally, I would have enjoyed a stage like that, but if there was one that would have went through, I'd have preferred pots, because, you know, Link, yeah, smashing the pots, that would have made more sense, and I would have, holy crap, can we just have a Legend of Zelda pot smashing game? Okay, no, I seriously just saw this. Legend of Zelda, like, you know how they're doing with Final Fantasy, the theater rhythm? What if they had one like that, but instead when the music notes go by, they're like little pots that you smash, like the music notes. This is my idea. I literally just saw this with filming. I think I would buy that. That would probably be really silly of a game, but I would buy that. As the game progresses, your characters will level up, they will obtain new weapons, and also obtain special attacks that allow you to attack a larger amount of enemies per attack. And one thing that talks about was kind of cool is Focus Spirit, where if you build up your Focus Spirit bar, it increases your character's abilities when you make an attack. So in this game, we are also going to be getting bomb chews, but the thing about them is that they're going to be on steroids. So just imagine a bomb chew 10 times the size of what it's supposed to and blowing things up. That is going to be a lot of fun. So these aren't going to be the only Legend of Zelda games that the stages in Hyrule Warriors are going to be based off of, but they did say that most of them are coming from these 3 games, and that they are Skyward Sword, Twilight Princess, and Ocarina of Time. In one of the earlier Legend of Zelda titles, a chain chomp did make an appearance in the game, and because of that, I guess the developers seemed it would fit to have Link have a chain chomp as a weapon in the game. I kid you not, here's a screenshot. Link is going to be having a chain chomp, going around chomping. Some monsters will be dropping materials that will allow you to create badges that will increase your warrior stats. such as increases an item's number of attacks, creates longer combos, extend focus period time, and increases number of times you can use attacks and potions. New weapons with special skills can be acquired on the battlefield that will be dropped by enemies, such as increased attack damage and your ability to find more hearts. The harder the enemy is that you defeat, the more likelihood it'll drop a stronger, better weapon. And another cool thing is that you'll be able to fuse your weapons in this game as well. Also, no longer will you fear the moon in Majora's Mask. In Hyrule Warriors, you're going to be using your hookshot to bring that thing down to defeat your enemies. We are also going to be getting something else in Hyrule Warriors called Adventure Mode, where you're going to have this 8x16 map, so that means about 128 squares, I believe it is, and each square has its own victory conditions. So you'll start with the first square, defeat it, you know, depending on what the conditions are to beat that square, and then it will unlock the squares around you. So definitely really cool. All of these, it's like an 8-bit map of like the original Legend of Zelda series, but then once you go into the square on the map, it's actually a Hyrule Warrior stage. I think we'll have a lot of fun with Adventure Mode because there will be items in Adventure Mode on the map. You'll explore the map and you'll find the items, and then once you go into the stage, you'll be actually able to acquire them once you defeat that stage. There are going to be unlockable characters and special weapons only available from Adventure Mode. Skulltulas are also going to be making an appearance in this game, and I'm unsure from what I saw from the Direct how important they are or what kind of side quest it is, but that you'll be getting illustration cards from when you find a Skulltula. And I know this was the big thing for a lot of people, but there is going to be 2-player co-op in this game. Unfortunately, it's not going to be online, so if ever, I know a few of my friends that are probably going to be getting Hyrule Warriors, and some of them, they will have to come over to play 2-player co-op with me, which won't be that big of a hassle for me, but I know for many other people, you know, it's kind of like a, why Nintendo, why do you hate online thing? And I gotta say that I know, you know, when a game first comes out, you definitely want that online multiplayer. You want to play with a friend on the internet like that. But as time goes on, like when the game eventually becomes old, it'll still be a good thing that they do have the 2-player co-op local. I'm not justifying it. I think there should be online co-op, but you know, I'm not a developer, I'm not working on the game. Unfortunately, I can't make that decision, although I just feel it should have been there. And we got an official character reveal for someone we've kind of expected. Ganon is going to be making an appearance as a playable character in this game as well. And I gotta say that, you know, it was expected, but half the comments in the Hyrule Warriors Direct after the video aired and like people went back to watch it, they're like, where is Groose? Set Groose loose. The Groose must be loose. So I'm going to make an assumption that he's going to be an unlockable character in Adventure Mode. That is my prediction, because I feel like he would be a perfect character because he is like, you know, big, strong Groose and blah, 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 blah. So there's my prediction with that. And I gotta say, the first thing I thought of when I saw Ganon was his hair. You could see the L'Oreal memes. They already are all over the internet. The first thing I thought of when I saw his hair was it reminded me of Brave. So, he does have some very voluptuous hair. If you register Hyrule Warriors on Club Nintendo by October 23rd, you'll be getting a special Demon King DLC set. So, I'm getting this probably day 1. So, I'm really excited about that. Free DLC. Now, this is the part where some people were kind of like, no, Nintendo, why? But, I'm gonna do a little talking about it real quick after. We are going to be getting special DLC costume sets as well. There's going to be an Ocarina of Time DLC set, a Skyward Sword, and a Twilight Princess costume set. And they're going to be available from different retailers, as far as I know, from the interpretation I got from the Direct. Now, I've got to be honest with you, I kind of don't like when different retailers offer different DLC packs, like depending on where you go. However, they didn't state that they're only available that way, so I'm going to assume that they are going to be available on the Nintendo eShop, which is a good thing. And another good thing is that these are just costume DLC packs. These are not things actually taken away from the main part of the game, which is something you have to take into consideration, because there's other game developers and publishers that will keep away either important pieces of games as DLC, you know, take it out of the game and be like, oh, well, you can have this as well, even though you kind of need it, or it's really important, or it'll help you a lot. So I do like the idea that, you know, this is DLC done right, where this is something as an option for DLC, but it's not required. So, that's my 2 cents on that. So, those are my thoughts, opinions, and a nice big recap of the Hyrule Warriors Direct from Nintendo earlier this week. I want you guys to comment down below. Tell me what were your thoughts on the Direct. What are your thoughts on Hyrule Warriors? Did the Direct make you lean more towards or for, against the game? Just any thoughts and opinions you have, let me know in the comments down below and let's have a discussion. If you are not yet subscribed to this channel and you want to know when I upload more videos, I usually upload 2 to 3 times a week. Make sure you click that subscribe button. Also, my social media in the description below, such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Those things, you know, I like to post things and they will let you know when I upload videos as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you for my next video. Bye!